Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 159, I believe we're up to, of Millennial Movie Talk. I am one of your hosts, Alexander Lamb, joined with another one, which is Michael Herman.
Hello.
And on the road this week, it'll be Christian Bianchini. He's down here.
On the road in Finland.
Here, gentlemen, how the heck are we?
Yeah,
Very
good.
Thank you.
That's good. I have been made aware by myself tonight that I didn't set up the other screen to show things on my computer, so that won't be happening. But either way, we're here to talk all things movies and games.
Yeah. Chris, every time you need to say something, you need to raise your hand. You look like you're sitting in class.
Okay. Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to talk yet.
You just never let me speak anyway.
No, never.
Gentlemen, busy week have we all had?
Fairly
we had a long weekend, so I'm going to say no.
Yes, we did. We did 2 4-day weeks. We'll take it. No, it wasn't.
That's
1
good.
4-day week, and that is this week, and it is good.
Not much at all, other than being continuing to be a purveyor of justice during my jury duty.
We can't ask too much, but how's it been so far?
Exactly, it's a secret.
Okay.
That's
Can't say if it's been
I'm
fun.
on jury duty. That's all I'll disclose.
How has the service been?
How far have you been doing it? How long have you been doing it for?
It's been about 2 weeks. Been in multiple
Oh, did you
courtrooms
finally
and-
get on one?
No. Well, I can't speak of that. Anyway.
You
I will
can
say,
can you
it's just like-
can we find out after?
Yes, but it's just like the movies, Alex. Just like the movies. There's wigs, there's robes. But the lawyers haven't been great characters. Like they're portrayed in the films.
Nothing.
Your
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Kevin
and
Costner,
Joseph
or
Mark Rylance from Trial of Chicago 7. Nothing like that yet.
nothing like that. No great charisma coming out of the lawyer's seat. But they're wearing robes, so I'll take it.
That's disappointing, Christian.
Yeah. That's all I have to report. That's somewhat movie related.
So jury duty, 12 Angry Men. Watch it this week. Christian's on board.
I did watch that in preparation.
Good.
And I'd recommend.
Good. Just all the courtroom dramas, so you can.
Yeah.
You know what that is.
Really get a vibe.
Actually, I have recently rewatched Trial of Chicago 7 and JFK. It's kind of.
So you're there. You're kind of just like.
I'm kind of already just watching courtroom movies because I just love them anyway.
Yeah, you prepared. You did the best homework you could.
Shout out to that Tom Cruise one. That's really good.
Oh, A Few Good Men. Fantastic.
A Few Good Men?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that.
The You Can't Handle the Truth one.
Yep.
Yeah, great film.
Great one.
Michael,
That's a
watch
great
it if you haven't.
I have not. I'll add it to the list.
Well, guys, we're talking about
Really
great.
hot right now, Michael.
We're talking about great films. That's immediately bring it down by talking about a not great film, and that is Jurassic World, released this weekend. If you haven't checked out our review, we'll sum it up here, so don't go bother doing that. If you're already here, just listen to the rest of this. I don't think anyone was exactly high on the film. Some of us enjoyed it more than others. It is extremely stupid.
Some of us didn't even care.
But I mean, what could you expect after Fallen Kingdom? I don't think they were going to cut back on the silliness. I think it was sort of full steam ahead with that. They've sort of bit the bullet and
Christian,
had to keep going.
Do we care for spoilers?
I don't care for spoilers.
Cool.
I'm just interested because the trailer confused me because I just saw Chris Pratt doing his.
Well, that's the catch.
Two
that's
T-Rexes, and I was like, I thought he raised the raptors that he used to do that with.
So
it was the Raptors.
No, he does it with the T-Rexes. There's two big.
Yeah.
Maybe
big boys.
Alpha over all dinosaurs. I haven't seen the second one, so I didn't see that scene. But okay.
Well, I have, and I'm here to report that this one was better than the second one, but it's still not good.
Yes, I definitely agree with that statement.
No, so that's just talk about the extremely long elephant in the room. That's the runtime. This movie does not need to be 2 hours and 26 minutes. Especially when you watch the film, and it is 2 films in one. You've got everything happening with the legacy characters, and then you've got what's happening with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. Those two don't have a lick of chemistry with each other, and we're meant to believe that they are they're in love. So yeah, not Not even a little bit of chemistry, just nothing there. Chris Pratt honestly just looks like he's sleepwalking through this one. He's just here for
He's
the
there
paycheck.
he's there for the bucks.
He's finding in a lot of performances lately. That guy.
Chris Pratt's. I think we've all had enough of Chris Pratt in Hollywood, and I think he's had enough of it too. By the looks of his performances
I think
recently,
his high in Hollywood is surely coming to a bit of an end. We've crossed the Chris Pratt era.
Is Chris Pratt Lightyear or is Buzz Lightyear?
No, that's Chris Evans.
Oh, okay.
Wrong Chris.
Never mind.
Wrong.
Yeah, okay.
We have too many Chris's.
Really
Too many Chris's in Hollywood. We've got to weed out some Chris's.
It's too much for me. I can't handle
It's
it
too
already.
many. Maybe we throw in a Christian. There's not too many Christians.
We got Christian Bale. The same
That's
initials
just
as
the
him
one.
as well. We like him.
So we do like Christian Bale, yes. Thor: Love and Thunder coming out soon. Anyway, so this one, look, it's dumb. It's more of a bug movie than a Jurassic Park movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of bugs.
Yeah, so in the first two, obviously we get genetically modified dinosaurs. This one we get genetically modified locusts.
Yeah, the farming industry is taking a big crash because they've got this company, which is Chris. You remember original Jurassic Park? Remember the guy that gives Newman the shaving cream thing?
Yeah, the shaving cream thing with the eggs in it.
Yeah, because he's the head of a rival company. That character, not played by the same actor, but the character is the main.
Newman,
yeah,
the guy that gives it to Newman.
Yeah, he is the main he's the main villain in this new one. He is the head of he's the Biogen, I think it's the name of his company.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
There's just lots of dumb things in it, like he's in it and he couldn't be played by the same actor because the actor that played him in Jurassic Park is in jail because he's a pedophile. Anyway, so
okay.
But he's the one where it's like, Dodson, we got Dodson here. We can see nobody cares. So that's him. He is the villain in this one, and he has genetically modified locusts so they can destroy other people's farms so that his farm will live on.
He's trying to force people to buy his seeds for crops. Like he's trying to have control over the world's
food chain. Supply.
Yeah.
So he's doing that with genetically modified locusts.
But then they get out of control.
Then at the end of the movie, they're he's also got this big island, like sanctuary, where all the dinosaurs have been relocated to. The premise of the film that we were promised was that we were going to be dealing with dinos in the world. We're finally in Jurassic World. They're in the world. They're interacting with humans. Let's see how we go. And that
they're going to rip that Band-Aid off very quick.
They rip that off. It's only in the first 5 minutes of the film, and it's a montage. They quickly explain. Yeah. They quickly explain.
Jump a year. How far have we jumped from the second movie?
That was the whole point. It's Jurassic World. I thought.
Yeah, so they quickly.
This is the climax.
The whole promise of this director who has been like. Yeah, the trailers, the director, the guy who's been like the puppet master behind all this has been like, look, I needed to make those other two films so I could get dinos in the world and we can make the movie we really want to make. And he promised that Jurassic Park Dominion was finally this film.
Yeah.
And he brushes over all of it in the first minute in an exposition heavy montage.
Yeah. Was really hoping for some dinos in the suburbs,
Dinos in the burbs is what I wanted. We got
I think that was the biggest disappointment coming out of that film, that we got so little.
Right?
Sorry, Chris?
Because the trailer showed some dinosaurs in the world, so is that just all the montages?
That's all in the beginning, man.
Pretty much. It's either not in it or in the beginning.
But you know what is in this film more than the last film? Jeff Goldblum. And he is the best part of the film, hands down. Any laugh that comes in the film is from Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
So if you're excited to see Jeff Goldblum... Look, this movie's not awful. It's not good. I enjoyed it for as much as I could. Saying that, like we've all been saying, it's way too long. Trim that shit down.
Yeah. There was entire 20 minutes or so. Oh, where were they? What was the?
They went to some foreign country to go get information that didn't matter.
Yeah.
It's like a half an hour sequence just to meet up with a pilot.
And practically it's either the two things of that is meet up with the pilot, and so Chris Pratt can have his motorbike chase scene, and that's it. That is the two things that this whole 20 minutes is for. and it's
But
sort of ridiculous.
Chris, I know you haven't seen Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, which is fine. We don't blame you, because it sucks. But we got revealed in that film that there is a girl who's a clone, and she releases the dinosaurs into the world because, and I quote, "They're alive like me." So there's a chance where like all these dinosaurs are dead. There'll be no more threats. Every single dinosaur that exists is in this room. There's poisonous gas filling the room. They're all gonna die. There's a button to open a hangar, but no one wants to because they're like, well, if they all die here, this is the end of this. We don't have to live this nightmare anymore. And they're all just kind of watching all the dinosaurs die. We're kind of taking it in, and then the hangar door opens because a little clone girl goes, because they're alive. Like me.
Yeah, like because they deserve to live like she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now it's her fault every time someone dies in this film because the dinosaurs are out in the public. Like there's a poor man who gets chomped off a Segway or in the film. And it's completely her fault because all these dinosaurs should be dead, but they're not because they're alive like her.
And then they retconned that whole
and then
idea.
in halfway through this film, they retcon the fact that she's a clone.
Okay.
It's really dumb.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, what is going on?
A lot of bizarre stuff.
Jurassic World, man. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, maybe we should give it some positives. I guess the main outcomes, the practical effects.
Anytime they use practical dinos, they could use practical dinos. They did. Best part of the film was the use of practical dinos. Very much like kind of giving me moments of the old films a bit more, where I'm just like, that's a real animatronic there that they're touching, and it looks great. We should do more of this.
Yeah. Cool.
So I think that's the main positive, other than Jeff Goldblum and the
Sam
legacy
Neill,
characters are the best part.
I love Sam Neill so much.
Yeah.
He's a red meat man, and we love him. But yeah, look, overall, it's I wouldn't pay to go see it. So watch it on Netflix when it comes out on there, everyone. Dominion.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. Now, something else has been coming out that's kind of meh too, over the last couple of weeks, and that is Kenobi. Oh well, it's actually called Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I've never heard anyone call it Obi-Wan Kenobi. Everyone just calls it Kenobi.
Yeah.
So this show was the one thing we really hoped Disney would get right with all the Star Wars stuff coming out, and they haven't.
So far, yeah, they definitely haven't.
This newest episode was so boring. It was like the other episodes have been it's been fine, kind of interesting to see this. This is the first bad episode of Kenobi.
Yeah, look, after the episode, I don't know if it was just because I was really tired and stuff, so I maybe didn't pay much attention, and it was only like one or two scenes that there's like one scene in my head that I quite like, which is in the pitch black room, and he's killing all the stormtroopers.
There's a stealth scene where it's a pitch black room, and the only time you see Kenobi is when his lightsaber lights up. So that was cool.
So maybe it was just me replaying that scene in my head, but the Thursday after when I got to basketball, I was like, you know what? I didn't mind that episode. Then I started talking to James about it, and he started like reminding me of all the dumb shit that happened. I was like, right. Like, it's like your beer goggles are being taken away from you. And I see the light. And the dumbest thing is the whole base is in lockdown, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is walking out in the shittiest trench coat with Leia under it, and no one bats an eye.
Christian, you were going to say something. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, how does it fall in? Like, does it feel like Obi-Wan from End of Revenge of the Sith? Like, does it carry over?
Don't think it does. Here's my problem with the show, and some people have told me I'm wrong, and they're wrong. But I really think that what doesn't work for the show is that you've taken a character who is so grounded in the prequels world, the universe that George Lucas created and wrote, and you're throwing him into modern age Star Wars, and I think it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
I don't.
Yeah.
You finish.
I think he's the same character.
Because there's plot reasons why he might not be. Because he's like, imagine like, you know, Logan, how you saw Wolverine and you say that's not the same character as him. Like, this is someone who's just stewed in his depression for 10 years.
Yeah, well, that's like
everything that happened to Anakin.
I think they did it well in the first bit of the first episode, showing him like he's obviously like absolutely destroyed by the events.
I think the first
Return of the Sith, Revenge of the Sith and stuff. And I think they do that really well. But now they're trying to linger on like I don't know, they're trying to like make him cool again while still having him like a shell of himself, and it's just like
See, I think
it's not working well.
I think for me, the first episode was a beer goggles where I was like, all right, we're back. Ewan's back. Oh my God, this is going to be great. And then like once I kind of like got, okay, I'm like, he's back. Good. He's still great. Like Ewan's here. We got Obi-Wan. And then like within 20 minutes, I'm just like, okay, but why are we back?
Yeah.
It did the tail wag the dog in that the community wanted Ewan and they wanted Kenobi, and then the plot is forced.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's something that everyone
is forced because they gave the fans what they wanted. But
yeah, everyone was asking, can we do Kenobi? People should be asking if we should do Kenobi.
yeah.
And I don't know, man. They got some things to like. I just want to see more Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. To be honest,
yeah, pretty much.
Which should have just been a crazy meme dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think I want to say
should have been a movie. This could have been a movie
or a movie. Yes, like a Rogue One.
Kenobi, a Star Wars.
But I want to like so far in my mind, like thinking about the 4 episodes, the best moment was sort of our first real part of Darth Vader as he's just walking through the town, just fucking killing people because he knows Obi-Wan is there and he's angry.
See, my favorite part of the show so far has been him talking to Uncle Owen in the village.
Oh, that was
like
that was
the promo clip
moment
of the show, because you've got 2 great actors doing their thing. Like it's the reason why it was the only clip they released for the show, because it's the best scene in the show so far.
Yeah. Look, if they're gonna salvage this, they've got to do some big things, but I don't know how that's gonna go.
Look, I'm trying not to spoil too much for Chris because he might want to go back and watch it because it is Ewan.
I know about a few things. I mean, I know about Leia because there was a bit of an outroar, obviously.
Yeah, Leia with this movie really, the show can't do. Whoever's directing the show needs to have a lesson in chase scenes. Because Star Wars has been, even Book of Boba Fett has been responsible for some weak ass chase scenes over the past like few years. So yeah, her chase scene in the forest and the parkour scene on the roof was bad. Speaking of the actress that plays Reva,
I think that's her name.
Once again, we have to talk critically here. It's nothing against this actor personally. She's been hired for a job, and I mainly blame the direction here because you can't get a good performance if you don't have a good director trying to get the good performance. So,
if you don't have a character, you can't. You're just reading the script.
She has a scene where she's like meant to be menacing and interrogating this little child, and she does not come off as menacing once in this interrogation scene. At all, I don't know what the direction was for her character in that scene, but she was not menacing at all, and I think that was kind of one of the weakest parts of especially this new episode, was that you have a character trying so hard to be menacing, but just the performance isn't paying it off. So it's always a bit cringeworthy to watch that. But like I said, I feel like it's a shame that the community is so toxic that we have to, even when we're doing genuine criticisms that aren't really we have to
just come out with dumb criticisms.
Yeah, we have to preference by saying what we're saying is nothing against this actress. She's been hired for a job. She's doing the job. She does not deserve to get fucking harassed online.
Yeah, racially abused and stuff.
Like nothing's.
It's not as if the whole show's amazing and then she's a meh actor.
We're all pink on the inside. It does not matter.
Like the whole production's a meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problems with this show are not her. She's just one cog in
this whole thing,
in a whole production that's going haywire.
And I mean, I think this definitely starts with the writing.
Writing, direction, Disney, whatever the hell they're doing. They haven't made a single good Star
Wars.
We'll
just talk to Disney. We'll just unlike this about 6 times and be like, problem.
It's Disney. It's like, what else? They're the issue.
Money.
Speaking of Disney, episode 1 of Miss Marvel released. It's Disney's newest MCU show with their newest hero they're bringing in, who is a Pakistani teenage superhero.
Yeah.
And this is the one that nobody was excited for. No, people wanted it, but like this is the one that like everyone's just like, oh well, I'm not going out my way to watch Captain Marvel. If I hear it's good, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Including me saying this. I watched the first episode. It's charming. It's delightful. It's visually, the way it's filmed and edited, it's very different to the other MCU shows. It's definitely not boring visually in
Okay.
terms of filmmaking, which is a really nice change. And the characters, they're charming. The show had the charm. It won me over.
Oh, so it's a you should check it out.
It's
sort of
definitely
thing.
recommend. It's a recommend from me. If you're sitting on the fence, definitely watch it. If you had no intention to watch it at all, you're not gonna watch it. Still, nothing I say is not gonna pull you over.
Yeah.
But I thought it was charming. It's definitely so far it's got the potential to be one of the better MCU shows, and that's not saying much because most of them are pretty mid.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit. I'm gonna let everyone else have a talk. Christian, what have you been watching?
Oh, I watched a film with your man Dave Patel.
Dev
Did I get
Patel.
that right?
Yes.
There you go. Look at that. The personal history of David Copperfield, I want to say it's called.
Ah.
The first
okay.
thing to learn is that is a Charles Dickens book, nothing to do with the magician.
Not about the magician.
Nothing to do with the magician. I did not know this going in, and I didn't know what era David Copperfield the magician was from, because the movie is in like the 1800s. But I just thought it was the magician David Copperfield. And then obviously it's a fictional story, you would know, because it's a fever dream, the movie.
Yes.
It's crazy. We're going from here to there. Things are happening. Like it's one of those real adventure from like a child's perspective, kind of. And Charles Dickens book, it makes sense. But it's just not grounded at all, really. Like, it's hard to. It's the main character, David Copperfield, is not a magician. Which is what I learned, obviously.
It's the biggest issue is that it wasn't what I thought it'd be.
About halfway through, I was going like, when is he going to start learning magic? Because the kid's kind of lost and doesn't have like a calling, So I was thinking that someone's going to show him magic, and I was waiting for him to take up magic.
Can I be completely honest with you?
Yeah.
It's up until this moment I realized it wasn't about David Copperfield the magician.
There you go. See, I was halfway through the film, Alex, and I was just like, there's still no magic tutor, because he keeps going from like, as he's a boy, he lives with multiple families, so it's like someone's going to show him magic.
They never do.
Somewhere it'll happen.
Anyway, so the positives about this film, other than nothing,
The Green Knight.
Yeah, the Green Knight. Other than Patel being good, but again, not much character to David Copperfield, who he is. The other characters are great in the film. The people he meets and comes across, and there's reoccurring family kind of characters. One played by Hugh Laurie, which we know him.
House.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He plays this like crazy eccentric grandpa, which is like hilarious. And then, like, just how crazy the movie is, there's another character which is also a crazy eccentric grandfather, and like is related in the same ways, like distant cousin or whatever. And he's played by the Doctor Who man, which I'm forgetting his name.
Peter Capaldi.
That one.
He's
played by Peter Capaldi. So these two crazy old guys are hilarious, and that's the strongest part of the film, honestly, just those two characters.
Interesting.
Other than that, like, it's really hard to follow. Really hard to follow. It's very colorful, cool, but it was just like, all right, well, where are we going now? Like, what's going on? There was no like sense of following the adventure of young Mr. Copperfield.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Have you been okay, Boris? Anything else anyone's been watching they want to throw out?
Saturday night.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Watched Game Night again.
Great film.
Good movie.
Have you seen it, Chris?
No, I haven't.
Watch Game Night. It's one of the better comedies that have come out in recent years.
Yes,
okay.
Jesse Plemons. Sorry,
Jesse Plemons. Jason
knocks
Bateman.
it out of the park. Jason Bateman. Everyone in it is genuinely pretty decent. It's a good time. The dynamic with all the duos works pretty well. Jesse Plemons knocks it out of the park by being a creep for half of it.
To me, it's Jesse Plemons, and his name's Billy Magson, who plays the dumb friend.
Yes.
There's a great running joke with glass tables There's a really fun one take chase scene.
Yes.
They do a lot of cool camera tricks. Every exterior shot miniatures, like a miniature board game. The whole movie's rooted in like board game nights and that. So they incorporate that into a lot of the filmmaking. So like I said, all exterior shots are miniatures. So it looks really cool.
It's a fun movie.
I love films like comedies that aren't that. It's not like still. It's hardly anyone's seen it. It's underrated. I just like films that put in a little bit extra effort into their filmmaking to give it character.
Yeah,
I didn't realize there was an artistic take to it. I would have thought it was just one of those.
Yeah,
turned out. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, no, I've always loved that movie.
And then the only other thing, apart from one we'll talk about after, me and Gemma started watching Suits, which I've never seen before. So
I've
we
never
watched
watched
the
a
first
lick
episode.
of Soups.
Look, the pilot episode, which is pretty much just 2 episodes put together, has me drawn in. Like, I'm very excited to keep watching. Just the dynamic the 2 main characters that have in this first episode, one being the douchey lawyer, is so funny.
I feel like I've reached my lawyer show quota though, with Better Call Saul. I think I gotta wait for that to finish before I start another law show.
That's very fair. Like, I'm only 1 episode in, but like even Gemma turned to me afterwards. She was like, "So did you understand like all the law stuff they were saying?" I was like, "Not a lick, but I'm still interested."
I like law. I've watched Better Call Saul. I put me in like courtroom.
Just like Chris watching all these courtroom dramas before jury duty.
Yeah, I gotta watch out though. I can't get too into it. I'll just yell at objection. They're like, "So you're on the jury."
Get out.
Oh.
I thought it was
lovely. It's all right. Chris, you just gotta have the moment where you realize you know more than the lawyers, and you sort of just like get out onto the courtroom floor. It's like, I'll take it. Sit down.
If the witness could
pulls out his whiteboard from magically nowhere.
Yeah. Cool.
So it's just gonna do that every 30 minutes, I think now.
Oh, that's fine.
It's a great time.
That's all right. But it looks good. The camera looks good. So it's all that matters. All right. That's Hustle.
Well,
I see what we did there.
Cutting to a new topic. I've been watching Family Guy.
It seems today.
Yes, and it's all right. I've been watching picking the best episodes of IMDb list.
Yeah.
So
you've been watching the best of the best.
What's the top rated episodes of Family Guy?
The season is season 8, like by far, which I watched, and season 8 was pretty funny. And I get to the end, it was 8 or 9, and there was something Dark Side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went back and started watching Blue Harvest.
You got
which
it.
I'm in the middle of. I didn't really sit down and get into it properly, but
Blue Harvest is the best one out of them all.
Blue Harvest is fantastic. What's in season 8?
We're taking this couch.
I think it was the top episode is the multiverse one with Brian and Stewie, which ends up being a video game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a bad video game.
But
I'm
trying. What multiverse episode? Highest rated out. First episode of season 8, I believe. I could be
okay. Yeah, is season 8 the one that has Road to Berlin on it?
No, but it's that type of episode. Like, it's
that's one of my favorite Family Guy episodes. That's like the one I've watched most.
It's one of the Stewie Brian adventures, but it's like the different universes.
One of the only jokes I remember from that show is when they're all about to die and Peter just goes, "I did not care for the Godfather." It's just like, it insists upon itself, Lois. It insists upon itself.
There's a great one. They go to a universe where, you know how Brian's a dog, but obviously he's a human. They go to a universe where they're all like that, and they all have humans that are like
humans.
Dogs.
Yes, I know the episode.
Acting like a real dog, and the human girl is like licking all over Brian and jumping all over him like a dog would, and Brian's just standing there like, "Oh my god, you have no idea."
There's one I don't
for some reason, but now there's a human dog. It's just the weirdest.
Does that episode start with Stewie coming up with like a fucking bulk ass pig that just goes oink and punches Brian or something?
And I don't know.
I think there's another like sort of multiverse sort of episode where that happens. He just walks up with his like tank of a pig or it's a dog or whatever, and it just goes oink and punches something, or Brian or someone. I'm trying to remember from,
the
10
many
years
many
ago.
years.
Perhaps.
Family Guy. I remember it.
I do too.
Well, that's Hustle. Quickly, we'll quickly just
Yeah.
Hustle.
We'll do some Hustle.
I've not seen Hustle.
Hustle. You should watch it, Chris. Is the
very
latest
good.
Adam Sandler Netflix film. It is a love letter to basketball. Absolutely. If you know anything about Sandler personally, he is one of the biggest basketball fans you ever see.
He's a pickup god.
And he's also a great player. But this is his latest film with Netflix. They're actually churning in some good stuff lately. This and Uncut Gems. It's not a comedy. This is a sports drama with some comedy in it, because every film's going to have a bit of comedy nowadays. No, so he plays a scout for the Philadelphia 76ers.
76ers.
His name is something. I can't remember his name. Anyway, doesn't matter. And
I literally just watched it.
Yeah, he's a scout that kind of just goes all around the road looking for the best of the best rookies and like people from up to the age of 21 who are good at ball. And he's kind of sick of it. He wants to move into a coaching role. And he gets the opportunity to do that, but then he gets taken away from him. And he's back on the road. And he meets a certain up-and-coming star in Spain called Bo Cruz, played by a real-life Utah Jazz player. I can't remember his name.
Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Yeah. Plays for the Jazz, Michael.
Does he?
Yep.
Is that where he is now?
He's yeah. Spurs, Jazz. He gets tossed around a lot.
Nuggets.
Yeah. He was at Boston during the making of this film, which explains a lot at the end.
Yeah.
And then we've just got like a kind of a Creed Rocky type sports film where you've got someone helping train someone else to make it to the NBA draft. And it's, in terms of sports films, it's got all of the cliches and all of the tropes, but I ate it all up. It's like, it's my guilty pleasure inspirational sports movies, the ones that make you just feel good. And you get really psyched and happy for the player.
Look, I was getting every time an NBA player or someone from within the NBA popped up. I was like, you're doing the whole Leo thing from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was like, oh, I know them. And like when it's doing the whole feature reel at the end, I think out of all the people it showed, apart from like the Euro League basketballers, there was like two people I missed. Yeah. That like I couldn't name myself, and I was like, fucking hell.
You notice that every single 76er lineup was there except for Embiid?
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah. It was.
How did Adam Sandler pull in more NBA stars than LeBron, by the way?
Well, LeBron produced it.
Yeah, but LeBron got no one. LeBron got like 3 people for Space Jam.
Yeah. Look, I think the pitch of Adam Sandler saying, "Hey, can you guys just come play some basketball on screen, just amongst yourselves?"
To me,
whereas LeBron was, "Hey, we're going to play some Looney Tunes."
Yeah. To me, the biggest thing they did right was get basketballers who surprisingly can act, and because you'd be nervous.
You finish.
You'd be nervous. You've got Hernan Gomez. Was it? Yeah.
Hernan Gomez.
Hernan Gomez, and you got Anthony Edwards in particular. These guys are athletes and not actors. So when you give them, like especially Hernan Gomez, a big role where it's a lot of acting by him.
Well, he really shocked me.
Really
like,
good.
Yeah.
Him and Sandler have a really good chemistry. And then it's just like it's the effect where Tom Cruise delivers a monologue, then jumps out of a plane, and you see it's Tom Cruise. Where like it impacts you more because you're seeing this person do these things. So when they're acting in scenes, but then they're actually doing the basketball stuff in real life, it adds so much to the film.
Yeah, like it's not like your normal sports thing where like they have actors playing basketball. They'll film them doing the jump shot and then film the swish separately. Like you have multiple shots of him literally just shooting the ball.
Yeah, and long takes too.
And
like
everything. And all the workout montages and stuff were wicked.
Anthony Edwards, shout out. I hated you in this film, and I should have. Well done.
I think what probably benefits something like Anthony Edwards' role is obviously the shit talking normally with an NBA.
Yeah.
He was pretty much probably just doing that with a camera shoved in his face.
Yeah.
But he did it well.
He did it well, and I hated him. But and that itself, when he shit talks Bo Cruz and then he goes up and hits a fucking sick dunk, like, and it's actually him doing it, adds so much.
Yeah, it does. And that pickup game, like, just everything that just rocks up in that film when it's just actual NBA players playing basketball and stuff.
At the
just
end,
put a smile on my face.
Trae Young, Jordan Clarkson, Aaron Gordon.
Oh, you have a long list of people.
Yeah, Doc Rivers at the end. They got Doc Rivers in the film.
Brad Stevens jumping in at the end during that game.
Yeah, Chris Middleton.
Who also surprised me? Fucking Kenny
the Jet Smith played an actual character. He did not play.
He did. He got one of the biggest laughs from me though.
Oh, the titties joke?
In the pool scene, he's like, now can you just turn around and look at the titties for me?
And it's just like a fat man.
And it's just like, I think it was just weird to hear and funny to hear because I normally see it when you're watching NBA, you're seeing him on TNT and stuff. And like he's talking basketball and he's serious and like just joking around with Shaq and stuff. And here he is in a movie saying a line about titties. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah, I've spoken to a few people who've watched this who aren't even big basketball people. They really enjoy it. It's just a feel-good sports film.
Mm.
And I hope it does well. I hope it gets spoken about it more because Sandler just keep making stuff like this instead of the ridiculous Six and Jack.
Most of the stuff I've seen about this movie was a lot of people commenting on the fact that Adam Sandler should do this, not comedies now.
Keep doing this. I
think he's peaked. I think he's peaked his comedies, and now he's at that point that he should just do this because he's good.
Mm-hmm. He's proved his last two dramatic films have been good.
Mm.
Obviously, this is not like to the level of Uncut Gems, but like for what it is, it does it really well, and it's a lot of fun.
It's definitely one I'll rewatch.
Oh yeah, I'll rewatch
well.
this. This is a lot of fun. And Ben Foster, another villain in the film, he does it really well. He's a real actor. This one, he's not a basketball person.
When he had the flat cap on,
cap.
That's one to do.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone should check out The Hustle. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this one.
Me too.
Quickly, check it out.
I did watch another film, which was Turning Red. This is Pixar's film that came out early this year about the girl who gets too emotional and turns into the red panda.
It's euphemism.
Yes. I enjoyed this one. This one was fun. The visual and animation style was different to what Pixar normally do, and it benefited from it heaps. I like the characters. I thought it was fun. I was worried that halfway through the film it wouldn't have the Pixar sauce with the emotion, and then I got some sauce at the end, which I enjoyed between a scene with her and her father. I was like, "There's the sauce," and
there's the sauce.
I enjoyed it. I dunked my nuggets into it and ate it. It was good sauce. So I ended up giving it 4 out of 5. I think people should check it out if you're hesitant from it. I was very hesitant watching from it, especially from the animation style and everything I'd heard about it. But it looks great. It's a good watch. Hour and 48 minutes, so not too long. Probably just a good runtime. And yeah, definitely check it out if you like Pixar films. Lightyear comes out this week, though. I'm keen for Lightyear.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
And then The Boys is still out, and The Boys is still good. I won't go too much into it because I'll save it for Chris.
I will be on it by next week, shortly. If I get some
credentials. Yeah, I'll get you those. I'll get you those. But yeah, everyone should check out The Boys ASAP. It's great. It still proves to be one of the shows where anything can happen. Like Game of Thrones. Is our replacement for Game of Thrones now, I guess. Hopefully it ends better.
Okay.
So yeah. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? Because I have one piece of news that kind of makes me...
Speaking of HBO, I rewatched Rome.
I've never seen Rome.
Bunch of characters from Game of Thrones. Obviously, not characters, actors. From Game of Thrones. It's great. 2 seasons. Before Game of Thrones, it was HBO's big show, so that it was very expensive.
That and Boardwalk Empire were their 2 big shows.
Yeah, I've spoken about it before, I believe. So get out there, watch Rome. It still exists. It's still good.
Rome. Okay, well. Guys, some news came out today. It's rumor mill news. So we found out last week that Joker 2 is happening. They're making a sequel to
Yeah.
Joker. Joaquin's back in it, looking like it. Todd Phillips directing.
Surprising.
There's an actor in talks for a role to play Harley Quinn in this Joker sequel. Actress, I should say.
Interesting.
Lady Gaga is in talks to play Harley Quinn in Joker 2. Thank you, Chris. This is the face we need. There's also
Interesting.
there has also been other rumors that the film will be a musical. Now, I'm not sure if this is confirmed. This is heavily rumored. The Lady Gaga thing.
I'm in.
Yeah, this is the only way a sequel to Joker would work for me. If you take the really depressing film that was Joker and you make it a musical.
But I see some like weird backwards kind of depression musical. We'll see.
Yeah, so Lady Gaga in early talks to join the film, and it's reportedly a musical. So
very interesting.
Joaquin just singing songs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get La La Land, but it's Joker?
That's why I'm like, if Joaquin's down to do it, we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
He wouldn't attach himself to anything of poor standard.
Do you think
it's A Star Is Born with Joaquin Phoenix?
So, because I need to process this, because
I hope he performed it at the Oscars or whatever.
Yeah.
Joker song.
Is he going to win Best Actor again for musical Joker?
Yeah.
Because here's my thing, is that Joaquin doesn't seem like the guy who'd come back and do a sequel to Joker.
No,
but if they came up to him and went, it's going to be a musical, I think that's enough to make him go,
okay.
It has to be something real interesting take for him to have done.
Yeah.
Which is more reason to believe, well, I believe that this may be true. It
sounds so crazy, it might be good.
Yeah, a Todd Phillips directed Joker musical starring Lady Gaga. Like, that alone, Gaga as Harley Quinn. And we know, I think Joaquin can sing because he did Walk the Line, didn't he? He did the Johnny Cash one. So, I think we're getting Joker the musical, baby.
It's a very interesting. I did not see any of this. That's very interesting.
Yeah, this literally dropped today. The Joker musical stuff dropped today. Other than that, we got some Lightyear. Apparently, the early reviews are out for that. It's a fun adventure film, but it doesn't reach Pixar's source quality, so it doesn't have the emotional beats and that. But either that, it's a fun Pixar film. Another thing came out today though. The title for Knives Out 2 came out.
Oh, okay.
So, it's called Glass Onion, a Knives Out story.
I mean,
yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, sorry, a Knives Out mystery.
Oh,
that's crazy.
That's better now.
That doesn't mean anything.
So it's still coming out this year. Man, I'm excited for this one. Give it to me. The first Knives Out was probably one of the best films from that year. If Parasite didn't come out, it definitely would have been the best film of that year, in my opinion. So very excited to see what they've got cooking up with that one. It's got a good cast. I think Batista's in it. Just Batista's in it's enough to get me in.
That gets me going.
Yeah, the cast for it is Edward Norton, Ethan Hawke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Right? Kate Hudson.
I am down. He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, he's a dick though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Have you seen Birdman?
Yeah, I have. He just plays himself.
He plays himself, and he's just a dick.
I'm surprised he took that one. And Jada Pinkett Smith is in the film, so watch out, everyone. Don't say her name. But yes. Well, gentlemen, I think that's our show for tonight. It's one on the shorter end, but we like it short and sweet. That's how we operate.
Gets the job done.
Gets the job done.
Cool.
Braden's going to be annoyed because I didn't record this in Zoom. So, but I did record it on my desktop, so I'll send him that file and see what he can do with it.
Look forward to Passive Aggressive Braden next week. Should
have been here. But yeah, that's all I have to say tonight. Oh yeah, Patreon. Go check out our Patreon shit. It's Patreon/Millennial Movie Talk. We do stuff on there. Chuck us a bucket too, and you can see all the exclusive stuff we haven't done for a while. And as always, check us out on all of our social links are down there, wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher. I'm sure there's more than 3. And yeah, all of our independent social medias are down below. Check them out. And please, we remind you every week, add Michael on Facebook.
Still only 2 friends.
Waiting.
Yeah, he's waiting for that one person. When that one person comes through, even though Chris and I make sure to log into his account at 4 o'clock every morning and delete all the friend requests.
Wait, what?
What?
Nothing.
We have a bot going through your friend request. As soon as you get sent one, it goes and deletes it.
Why do you think Alex started doing IT?
Just
So he could scream.
I built a bot
Only purpose.
that hacks into your Facebook and deletes all your friend requests. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
But
Amazing.
people keep adding Michael on Facebook.
Exactly. One might get through.
One might I can't be that good. I can't be that good.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, that is it. That is our show. And as always, we'll be ending it by saying, I'm Alex.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Michael.
And we're out of here.